Oscar Bevis for the Stomping Ground, powered by Wow Hydrate and available on DAZN. Delighted to have Moses Itauma.
What's happening, cuz?
I'm good, mate, I'm good. More importantly, what's happening with you? How do you feel, 6 days out from obviously the biggest fight of your career?
I'm feeling good, feeling ready, feeling fit. It's been a tough camp. It's been like a long, let's say 14 weeks. So, I'd be so happy to just finish training and like finally move on to fight night, because like the fighting bit ain't even the hard bit. The hard bit's already done. I just gotta go in there and do the easy bit.
I'm not saying you don't love boxing, but are you half admitting that training camp is a bit of a pain?
No, of course, and there's no fun either. It's like there's just constant pain. And then obviously
you've got quite a fun gym as well. Like, you've got good banter and good lads.
There's a lot of guys in the gym, but like, for example, there's 10 guys. There's 10 guys in the gym. It gets spreaded over like an 8-9 hour period, so you actually don't really get to interact with a lot of the guys. So yeah, it's like it is a fun gym, but there's a lot of training sessions where it's just me and Ben, and it's no fun in that, you know what I mean? Because I'm not good crack. So I always ask my brothers or whatnot to come, just to, like, you know,
bring some fun energy.
Yeah, because
whilst you're in pain, like you said.
Exactly, because I'm definitely not a fun person to be around.
Let's talk about that gloves are off. Playing a game, Dillian, or just talking straight?
I don't know, but we're gonna see fight night, innit, if he's playing the game or not. So it's up for me to be ready and reactive to whatever he's gonna bring.
It was interesting for you to mention a story that I don't think anyone knew. You messaged Dillian, 5 or 6 years ago, saying, can I get some work? He didn't reply, but you messaged a bunch of heavyweights.
Yeah, I messaged all of them, bro.
Did anyone reply?
No one replied. Actually, I think Joe Joyce might have replied. But I'm talking like 2019, 2018, when obviously I wasn't a nobody and these guys were on top of it. I was just another. Because even me, I get the same messages, like on Insta, people asking me for sparring or whatnot, and like I just thought that I might have been a bit different, because obviously at the time I was 2-time European gold medalist, but I was asking around for sparring, but no one was actually trying to get some work.
The interesting thing about that is you saying that then I was, quote from you, not a nobody, but you weren't obviously someone like you are now. You watched Dillian Whyte growing up. You'd have watched him in big fights, in pay-per-view fights. Is it fair to say that in your head, this fight was never going to happen? This wasn't, you weren't looking at Dillian and going, I'm going to fight him one day.
It wasn't planned at all. I was just sitting, chilling in my room, and like my manager rang me and saying, do you want to fight Dillian Whyte for X amount of money? So I said, yeah. I don't hate Dillian Whyte. It's not nothing. It was just literally simply like, do you want this fight? And I said yes.
I want to talk about the chin testing narrative. Now, it's been kind of one of the biggest narratives of this fight. Where do you sit with that? Because I know you've said it again in there and in other interviews. Your chin hasn't been tested because you haven't been hit. It's a hit and not get hit game. But of course, at some point you'll get hit, so you can see why people are saying it. Where do you sit with this chin testing narrative?
It's like, I can't do anything about it. So I don't understand your boxing ability is based on if you've got a good chin, when that's not the case, because your boxing ability is about hitting and not getting hit. So I don't know why everybody wants me to get hit so much. Everybody just go in there, leave my chin open, see if I got it.
Boxing fans are just thirsty for violence, aren't they? They want to see.
Yeah, man. But let me do the violence. I don't want it to be on me. Do you know what I mean?
Is that why you made the, I don't want to say comparison, but you said you want to kind of emulate Floyd Mayweather, right? Hit and not get hit. Was there anything else in that? Obviously, look, you want to earn money, retire undefeated would be lovely. Was there anything else in Floyd that, because I know you said that anything else?
Oh, it's just the fact that people don't understand, when you get hit, you're losing brain cells. You're damaging your life. There's nothing fun about getting hit. And like, for example, Gervonta Davis, like why ain't nobody asking people about Gervonta Davis's chin? He don't get hit. You know what I mean? So
because you're a heavyweight, maybe?
I have no idea.
Dillian looks in brilliant shape. you think you're fighting the best Dillian Whyte, right?
I think so. And then I think he's just like kind of downplaying himself to obviously make it look like he's the underdog. I do generally believe that he's coming to fight. He's coming in top. Otherwise, he wouldn't have lost all that weight. So, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it.
I know it's not your concern, but I mean, it's a long way back if Dillian loses, right?
It's not my problem, is it?
Do you think about what would happen if you were to lose a fight? I know you don't go in thinking...
Of course.
It's boxing. It's a possibility.
I'm not delusional. Of course, I think about it, but if I can emulate the game plan, stick to my game plan, then it's not going to happen. So, yeah. I don't really know what else to say about that.
I thought you was thinking about a really...
I was thinking, but I was just like, I don't really know what else to say. Like, of course, I think about losing, but I think more on the game plan.
Is your fear not putting the game plan into practice? Not losing, not putting the game plan into practice?
Exactly. Like, every fight has like a little sequence that like kind of Ben and Lee put together. And it's about just executing that little sequence.
Talking of this training setup, Ben, Lee, Barry, I read an article, I believe it was ESPN, sorry to them if I'm wrong, where it was actually your brother Carol that was like, why don't you give Ben Davison a go? I know that sounds a bit laid back, give him a go. But it wasn't something that crossed your mind. And now you formed this perfect little unit. It was your brother.
At the time, like I left my amateur trainers. So I went to go look for a new trainer, and I tried out like a lot of trainers. And like Ben was actually on the list of trying the trainers out, but I was just like, he's got a lot of fighters in this gym. Like, I wouldn't really get the attention I need or I necessarily need as a fighter. So I was just like, maybe like give that one a swerve. And then Carol was like, oh, there's no harm in just trying him out for a week. And then like I remember just walking through the doors. Like there's like a glass door where you can see inside the gym, and he had my fight up, he had my fights up, writing down on in a notebook. And I was like, out of all the trainers I've seen, no one's done this. So I was like, obviously in my mind, I was like, oh, okay, that's like kind of the first tick. And then just like all the analysis, all the thought, all the passion for this sport, I can tell and I can see through his eyes, or for the coach's eyes. So I was like, yeah, this is probably where I want to be. But I was still in the sort of mind where I know that this is the first week of training, so he's going to show me the best of himself. I was like, okay, cool. When Alois, when Anthony Joshua, when Fabio Wardley, when Jamie, when Luke McCormack, Pat McCormack, Shabazz, when all they walk through the gym doors,
see what it's really like.
I'm going to be pushed to the side. And what was actually so surprising is the amount of attention they give to me, they give it to everyone else in the gym. So I was just like, I got to take my hat off to them, because like I was like, they're giving me a lot of attention that like other coaches, where if I'm that one fighter, they don't give me this much attention, and they managed to give it to everyone else. And I was like, yeah, this is probably where I want to be.
Very impressive for a gym that's so packed. I've got 2 more questions. I know you got to go. But you said in there, if I stick to the game plans that I'm on about and I'm at my best, I don't feel like anyone can compete with me. You hear the noise. People mention Oleksandr Usyk. When you say that, let's just play the story and say you do beat Dillian Whyte, you knock him out, you win on points, whatever. Is this it now? Are you genuinely going in with the best? You're stepping in with the elites at 20?
Yeah, man.
Is that it, yeah?
Yeah, man, but
do you like it when people mention like an Usyk, or you just like forget the name for now?
It's not down to me. Fights don't happen because I want them to happen. Fights happen because my promotional team, my management, the fans, to be honest, that's what they want to happen. So it's not really down to me, if I'll be honest.
Final one. I apologise for asking this because it is your fight week. But what are your thoughts on the Anthony Joshua and Jake Paul rumours? They're getting obviously really, really strong.
I mean, I kind of want Anthony Joshua to fight him because He's gonna earn a lot of money, and I don't even. You know what? Matter of fact, I don't even want to see Jake Paul knocked out because I think he's good for boxing. I think he brings a new eyes to the sport. I think he brings a good energy. So I'm not even hating on Jake Paul, but it's just like the fact that the only reason why it's kind of like I got a little bit of a problem with is that Jake Paul is, what's he ranked, like number 12 of the WBO or something like that. Whereas like you got fighters that obviously boxers will know that he should not be at that ranking. But again, he's proving something, but he should not be at the ranking, so he doesn't deserve it. But I guess you don't get what you deserve, you get what you negotiate. So I think if they're going to make money from it, then why not?
If I put a tier list in front of you, novice, amateur, area, English, British, Commonwealth, European, fringe world, where does he place on that list?
The thing is, since he started, to where he's now, there's a lot of improvement. So I don't even want to say like there's a cap on him because there ain't. He can keep improving, but he can't beat someone that's been doing like someone like AJ. Do you get what I mean? Like honestly, like it's all fun and games until Jake Paul gets hit with the same shot that Anthony Joshua knocked out Ngannou with, and then everybody's going to be worried about Jake Paul's health. So, like I said, I'm not hating on them. Like if Jake Paul wants to go in there and make tons of money, and he thinks that he can believe Anthony Joshua, I'm not the one to stop him. But anything's possible.